Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to London Concours 2022. We're Nice Car Mate London. My name is Marvin and I'm joined by lovely Louise and Nicole. And today we'll be checking out some very unique cars and finding out what's special about these cars.
Guys, if you're gonna look for spending £3 million on something, maybe you're gonna look at this 1931 Blower Bentley. It's an original, it's family owned by a collector, and guess what? He's still racing it. This beauty here can go up to 130 miles an hour. And the best thing about it is, if you're driving this somewhere in central London, you won't pay any road tax. You may still stay in traffic and pay your congestion charges, but you may get some really cool looks on this. Let's check it out.
We're here with Chris, who's the proud owner of this F355 GTS, and we're here to ask some questions.
Absolutely, Melvin.
Pleasure to meet you, Chris.
Good to meet you, sir.
I think one of the questions we really want to know is, what made this happen? Why this car?
Why is this car? I'm old. It's probably the nicest way to look at it. I'm 50. I was 50 last summer, and I remember when these were launched, early 90s, the Top Gear articles, the magazine stuff, the Clarkson videos. I was like, I need this car in my life. My life didn't work out. Suddenly, I had the opportunity to buy the car last year. Looked at the few. This one turned up. I wanted ideally not red. Okay. Everybody falls for the whole thing. You've got to buy a red car, red Ferrari for your first one. I wanted something a bit different. This one is colour called Sweaters Blue, named after Jack Sweaters, who was apparently the Belgian F1 ace, Ferrari importer, all sorts. Two were made right-hand drive GTSs in this colour. One has got a dark grey interior. This one's got a light grey interior. I adore it.
So what is your number one memory of this car?
Literally the first time I drove it. I remember sitting there, turned the key, I'd paid the bill, we'd done the paperwork, it was then my car. Forget the test drive. Suddenly that moment dawns on you of like, I've done it. I've bought my dream car. It's amazing.
In terms of more deep diving into the performance, do you know the specifics for this vehicle?
I can bore you with stats if you want. According to Ferrari's figures back in the day, top speed's 178 miles an hour. A couple of testers reckon 180. You don't really want to go that quick in it. Yeah. It's brisk enough. 0 to 60s around 5.2 seconds. Could be as low as 4.9 depending on which magazine you go for. It's 385 horsepower, 1,750 kilos, 2,722 Ferrari 355 GTSs were built. Most of them were manual. There's 540 F1 paddle shift ones out there. But yeah, as I say, one of one colour spec. It's fast as you want. The noise is historic. Get it singing, and the great thing is, unlike modern Ferraris where they're over so quick on speed, this, you can keep your boot in, let the thing build its speed, enjoy the noise, enjoy the performance, enjoy the sensations, and you're not breaking the speed limit. Do it.
I mean, it sounds like an absolutely amazing car.
Absolutely.
It's definitely something I would want to own in the future.
Do it, my friend, do it.
But I thank you very much for your time, Chris.
Thank you, Marvin. Pleasure.
Absolutely amazing car, and I hope you keep enjoying it.
Absolutely. Just one best in show for today.
This beautiful concept car from 1996 is a total showstopper. And why is that? Mercedes-Benz F200 has brought out a concept car called the Imagination from 1996, where Mercedes-Benz imagined how a car of the future could look like. Nowadays we have Teslas and we have all sorts of electronic cars, but back then that wasn't so much of a thing. However, this concept car from 1996 has actually a wide screen everywhere, as we will see shortly. We have 4 badges of cameras all over the car as well. We have a joystick in the middle instead of a steering wheel, as well as electronic buttons instead of door handles that you can find all over the car. You have cameras on each side, so that was something that, you wouldn't be surprised about nowadays, but back then that was quite big of a deal. And look at those wheels. Beautiful, isn't it?
So I'm here today with Brooke, and I just want to ask a few questions about this gorgeous car. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. It's a McLaren 675 LT Spider. It's a Tarocco orange, which is a special operations colour from McLaren. I believe it's the only Spider in the UK in this colour, and it's got a few sort of interesting options on it.
So what was it about the car that made you want to buy it? What stood out about it to you?
It was a limited edition run car, a British car. It's the performance, the aesthetics, I guess, sort of like a whole package. It really feels like a sort of driver's car.
Do you race it, or do you use
I've only recently bought it, but I have had it on the track once. But yeah, I've only recently bought it about sort of 4 or 5 weeks ago. McLaren has a division called MSO, McLaren Special Operations, and the features on it are on the interior. You've got the orange on the air vents, there's orange on the powertrain switches, then you have the louvers on the wing, the carbon fibre air brake, and the extended carbon fibre on the inside, which is on the sort of rear shelf there and on the inserts on the doors.
Well, it's a gorgeous car. Thank you. And telling us all about it.
You're welcome.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we're graced by the presence of a very unique car. This is a 2005 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, one of 25 produced in the entire world. This one specifically has some custom jobs done to it. Visual has been upgraded on the exterior and interior to include carbon fiber, and today we're going to have a look around it.
Thank you very much for agreeing to speak to us a little bit about this wonderful, how do you pronounce this, Bizzarrini?
Bizzarrini.
Bizzarrini is the Italian way.
Indeed.
You just told me this is a sold car, this is like a special made car, is that right?
Indeed. No, this is a continuation. So the car that this is based on won its class at Le Mans in 1965. Giotto Bizzarrini was an engineer that worked for Ferrari, and he fell out with old man Enzo as part of their very famous Palace Revolt, where Enzo's 6 executives thought that Enzo's wife was getting a bit too involved. And they said it's her or us, and Enzo fired all of them. So that's called the Revolt at the Palace. And Giotto Bizzarrini was running Ferrari's GT program, so he was responsible for the 250 GTO, probably the most famous Ferrari that there was. And then he took his toys and went and produced his own car, started his own brand.
When has it been produced?
No, this is, they were made through the 60s, so there was 134 of the original car produced, and then 2 of them went racing at Le Mans in 65, and this is a recreation of that.
Fantastic, so the parts of it are still original then?
Yep, so this is the most authentic 5300 GT. When we bought the brand, it came with thousands of original drawings drawn by Giotto himself, so we've absolutely followed those drawings to the letter to produce this. So this is totally authentic back to the car in 1965. 1965.
That's fantastic. So is that basically a race car then?
It is a race car, yeah. It's a single-piece carbon fibre body. Interestingly, it only weighs 1,240 kilos. It's got slightly over 400 horsepower, so it's got a similar power-to-weight ratio as a modern 911 GT3.
Have you been driving it as well?
I've driven it from here to there and back again. This has done less than 3/10 of a mile.
Fantastic. So thank you very much for the little coverage. Hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There ain't no telling what will happen next. But I can tell you it's my move and I ain't never stressed. I know I got this. Just watch me do this. I know I got this. I know I got this. I'll just...
So this was Concours 2022. Hope you enjoyed our nice tour today. And if you want to find out where we're going to be next, where do we do that?
You can download the Nice Car Mate app and the link will be in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.